Hi, I'm Chrissy Smith. I am a public education advocate here in Indianapolis, Indiana, working mainly on pro Indianapolis public schools, but really all education justice issues. Uh, I was at the State House on Monday, the 17th of March. I had taken the afternoon off and went to the State House in order to support some IPS teachers and advocates. Uh, who are having funding cut to arts programming, specifically music and specials programming, due to underfunding of public education. So we were there to support those teachers as a rally. So then, additionally, we were also asking for fully funded, fully public education. This is a bipartisan issue, in my opinion. For most people, for 90% of Indiana children, they attend a public school. It's not an issue. Anyway, I wasn't there to protest, right? Like, we're not there to protest. We were there, rally, support, and then I was going to be testifying in the afternoon at the education funding committee, to tell them to continue to fund public education, to not take from traditional public schools in order to fund these additional systems for charter schools. Okay. Anyway, so that was the premise, right? I wasn't there to protest. I wasn't there for anything. I don't follow any kind of Republican thing, so like I wasn't really aware of any of like the Beckworth protest. Like, I knew that they were doing it. I thought they were doing it outside. I didn't know how big it was. I thought everyone was wearing green shirts when I first got there because it was St. Patrick's Day, right? So that's how much like I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I wasn't aware that this was going to be like some great big thing inside. So I definitely was not there to be any kind of counter protest. We were not there protesting. Like, that is not what was occurring in any way, shape, or form. I'm down for those things, but that is not what was happening Monday. So anyway, I got there late, and the group that I was coming to support was playing a song. They were interrupted by a group of troopers, who then proceeded to tell our group that we needed to move up to the third floor because that is where our permit said that we needed to be. The organizers had spoke with someone. They thought that we were allowed to like roam freely as long as we were playing music, those kinds of things. Anyway, and I guess that there was an issue. Again, all kinds of stuff might have happened before I got there. I have no idea what happened. So anyway, I get there and they're interrupted. The state troopers say that we need to go. They literally are motioning up the stairs like, you guys need to go upstairs. I've been in the State House a lot. I know that the elevators take forever. I looked and saw that there was, in my opinion, it wasn't super crowded, and that I had a clear path, pretty wide pathway, to go up the right-hand side of the atrium and then up the staircase. There were people on the left-hand side of the staircase I saw, and there were people on the right-hand side of the staircase, but I would have been able to like get over to the railing to get up, right? Because I'm old. I have bad knees. I always use a railing at the State House. I saw somebody fall down the stairs at the State House. I'm not trying to do any of that, right? So anyway, I start walking down the right side of the atrium, and I was like, okay, well, we're here for public education, and there's all these people standing around. I want them to know that we need fully funded, fully public schools. So we start walking. I tell my group, hey, I'm gonna go this way. Someone says, I'm coming with you. Okay, great. I start walking. I hold up the sign, saying fully funded, fully public, and I start to go up the side. All of a sudden, I'm walking, and like I'm realizing that like people are taking out their phones and like starting to like be angry, and it was very like, it was kind of weird, and I was like, okay. So anyway, walking, all of a sudden, like I get an elbow to the face, and so I stop, and I'm being pushed, and I hear someone say, stop pushing. I was like, I'm not pushing. And then all of a sudden someone grabbed my right arm and was like, there's someone in a wheelchair. Stop pushing. And I was like, I'm not fucking pushing. But I am being pushed. So they move. Later find out that was Micah Beckworth. I didn't even know what he looked like. Anyway, so they move all of a sudden, like, it opened, like, they're gone and I'm starting to walk, but like now I'm like engulfed by people. Like, it seems like there's a lot of people around me that were not there before. And I start to try to go up this, like, start to go, and it's like I feel like I'm surrounded. I don't know where the person was with me. People have out their cell phones. They're like screaming. They all look very angry. Like, I'm hearing profanities. Like, it got real intense real quick. And as I started to go up this, like, I went to go up the stairs, and all of a sudden, like, I look and I don't have a pathway to go up the stairs anymore. Like, I don't have a pathway to the right hand side of the staircase. From my perspective, where I was standing, I was I was literally like surrounded by people who are now screaming and yelling and being very aggressive and very angry. And I'm a little confused and I'm a little triggered by the whole thing of like, what is happening? So I start to try to go up the railing on the left-hand side, which was the closest to where I was. And these men would not move. And I needed to use the railing to go up the staircase safely. I didn't feel like I could turn around and go back because I had been being pushed forward. So I look over to my right-hand side and I see a state trooper. And I say to him, I need to use the railing. And I probably cussed. I'm not going to lie. I probably said I need to use the fucking railing, right? So anyway, because these dudes are literally like screaming at me in front. There's a picture of like the one guy just standing there. There's other guys standing there. Literally just screaming at me. I don't even know what they were saying. So I'm screaming that I need the railing. And I look over and I'm expecting the state trooper to help me or to be like, come over here, help guide me, something. I look over, I say to him that I need help. All of a sudden, I'm getting pulled down by a state trooper. He is grabbing me. I'm on the ground because again, bad knees. I lose my balance and my knee is like, because it's already hurt. I lose my balance. I fall. They're like, all kinds of people are around me screaming. And so I just start screaming. Like, I'm screaming the same thing. Like, I needed help. I needed the railing. And all of a sudden, I did not hear a cop say anything to me. I heard after I was like going down, like, take her, and then I heard cuff her. I was never told that I was under arrest. As I'm walking out, I'm yelling that I was trying to use the railing. They wouldn't allow the compliance, blah, 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 blah. Like, two people, like, I see them videotaping me. Shout out to them. They followed all the way out to make sure that things were okay, trying to get what I was saying, and then help to get my belongings to my group. And right, so I went from there. So as we're walking out, like, as I'm being basically like taken out of the building, right, like, I'm not resisting, I'm walking with them, but I'm still screaming. I'm asking, like, what did I do? Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? No one would answer me. We finally get outside. I said, am I under arrest? Am I being detained? And one of the officers says, well, you're in cuffs going to the jail. What do you think? Like, right? Like, something snarky like that. Again, I was never told that I was under arrest. I was never asked to move. I was never told I would be arrested. I was nothing. Like, I heard nothing from them of any kind of warning for anything, and I did nothing wrong, right? There's videos, there's pictures, everything. So I wasn't, like, there's all kinds of things that are coming out of this that I'm going to start talking about, because I feel like people don't know these things and our rights are being eroded, right? I only have a minute left. So essentially, I didn't find out until 5:30. This happened at 12:40. I didn't find out until 5:30 at night that I was actually charged with disorderly conduct, the lowest level misdemeanor. I sat in jail for 12 hours and was released for, basically released because the charges were all dropped. They declined to prosecute. So essentially, like, shit went down. I don't even know how, like, this whole thing happened. But I feel like that this is a great time to start talking about how we are losing all kinds of freedoms in America. And as a white woman that has privilege, that is in spaces where I can stand up for people that don't have privilege, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to start talking about it on the internet. And we're going to focus a lot on things that are happening in Indianapolis and a lot on public education, because those are my passions. But peace to everyone, and thank you all for your support, and thank you to everyone that helped with my family and helped me. I appreciate it.